So I think this is like a perfect segue because we were talking earlier and you said that the one thing you want people to understand is that how can we be more humane with the technology that we're using, right?
Yeah.
If you look at the technology waves over, I mean, since the '70s, if not sooner
Mm-hmm.
or later, they've always been driven more by about the advancement of the technology and or increasing the bottom line, increasing revenue. You
Mm-hmm.
haven't really you're starting to see now a shift in people wanting to put humanity just as high as improving in technology.
Yeah.
Right? You hear stories about Facebook being beat up in the news about stuff they've done.
Mm-hmm.
Uber. Uh, haven't been hearing as many bad things about Uber, but you get the point.
Yeah.
So talk to us more about what are some things uh, that you've done or that you see that you like when people are putting social impact or just being humane in front of the technology.
It's funny, African Americans, we have a very special relationship with technology.
Yeah.
We're the earliest adopters of most things, like the remote control, the cordless phone, Twitter, Facebook. It goes on and on and on. One theory is that it's because technology got us off the fields. The cotton gin, those machines, right? So we like technology. We always have. So we take the technology readily. We were the ones doing the beepers that you could bump each other. And beepers in general, right?
Yeah.
Like we're all doctors out there.
That was my first mobile communication thing.
Was a beeper, right?
Was a beeper, yeah.
None of my white friends had beepers,
Oh wow.
but all my black friends did.
And you grew up here in the Bay, right?
Yeah, here and in Chicago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so so technology, right, it's meant to make life easier, right? Going back to using a stick to extend your reach, or a spear or whatever, or a cup to carry the water to feed the people better, things like that. Technology is meant to make life better, to extend your powers, right?
Yeah.
And it has been doing that. It's important to realize that at this point in history, the human race is the healthiest, the strongest, the safest it's ever been.
Yeah.
Ever. And the starvation rate right now I think is under 4%. 30 years ago it was over 60. Right? Yeah. So I mean, this we are on the upswing. That's due to agricultural technology. It's due to all kinds of things, communications. So as we become more connected to one another, through technology really is the key, right? We now have international charity. We now can see each other suffering, and we can't sit with it. We're like,
Yeah.
well, this is not going to work. We got to help it. So you have this increase in human connection and awareness, and now the technology must drive those impulses to help each other.
Yeah.
And that's what you see happening. That's the micro-lending. That's the micro-lending, charity. It's small business creation, and global investment patterns. You said China, uplifting from poverty. This country, we basically disemboweled our telecom business and gave it to India. That's all the phone center business, right? And now India.
Yeah.
Yeah, now
the Philippines too, though.
Philippines too, and
Yeah.
now they're massive, coming out of poverty. China, our manufacturing center, we broke off our manufacturing arm, gave it to them. Bam! Now hundreds of millions of people out of starvation, out of poverty.
Yeah.
So that's good technology. We could have supply chains become more dynamic and more connected. You can get a phone call from India. You may be upset. You can't quite understand what the lady's saying.
Yeah.
But that she's buying food for her family.
Yeah. You get the gist of what she's asking.
Yeah, you get it. You
Yeah,
get it.
you
You get
just
it. Yeah, you're like, okay.
yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Just send me the stamp collection, whatever.
Yeah.
So technology is meant to help people, and when you can marshal that purpose of it, then you're golden. And right now, the current issues we're facing are this new massive wealth divide that's coming back online now. We're kind of retreating a little bit from global growth and having, not so much an increase in poverty but a higher disparity in poverty.
Yeah.
And so the wealth's going up to a few now, and that's also been enabled by technology, right?
Yeah.
So, and then you also have the environment, which is, you know, our living environment. We say the environment, but it's really our living environment is becoming toxic.
Mm.
It's real simple, right? Global warming, whatever. The ocean is turning acidic, which is going to kill all the fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the sea level is going to rise, which is going to flood our cities. And by the end of the century, you're looking at half the population of the planet Earth being homeless.
Mm.
That's some Mad Max territory. That's
Yeah.
Walking Dead. That's Rick and Michonne and them. So
Yeah.
so that's a fate that we don't need to be chained to, right? So technology, in the right hands, can be deployed to correct that course and to make a better destination for us, you know. And so I think technology allows us to really pull ourselves to the destination that we've set our minds to,
Mm.
much like your GPS on your phone when you're in the car.
Yeah.